Hey there, I want to welcome all my good friends here. This is your good friend James Knight here. I'm here with one of my best buddies, Kristie, and we're here to actually introduce somebody really special. Can you introduce them, Kristie?
Sure. We are so happy to have Bertram with us today. He's going to tell us all about Google Hangouts. And, you know, a lot of people have been asking me about that, Bertram. They want to know, how do you do it? So we're looking forward to hearing about it.
Actually, I know that he was just first started off. He was struggling a little bit, too. And I guess that he did want to mention a couple minutes of that and how it really did and everything. And like Kristie said, how do you do it? Everything, right, Kristie?
Right. Bertram, we're all ears.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and it, of course, is very nice to be on the call. I've known, well, I should say, I think Kristie and I connected about 4 years ago, and we've been friends on Facebook and Skype and never actually had a face-to-face conversation like this, so that's very cool. And, you know, James, I've purchased a couple of James' great training products, extremely good quality training, so I'm a big fan of both of you, so it's nice to be on the call.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. And but you know, the thing about Google Hangouts is what first got me interested in Google Hangouts is that when I first got started 5 years ago, actually, I've been an online marketer, full-time online marketer for 5 years, and like I was saying before we got on the call, almost 2 full years, I didn't make any money. I was a plumber, for crying out loud. I was lucky I could send an email without screwing that up. You know, I had to call my younger brother up all the time and tell him how bad I screwed up my computer. It wouldn't even start, right? Brand new computer, and I had this thing crashing on a weekly basis. So, you know, the amazing thing to me is that if I can do it, anybody can, and I know that's overrated. You hear people say that all the time. But the truth is, if you know me, you know, and all of my family and friends are just simply amazed, you know, that I can actually make money online. Because I was a plumber for 23 years. I didn't know anything about the internet. I certainly knew very little about the computer in general. And so when my business crashed in 2007, I struggled for almost a full year trying to find work with other people. And, you know, everybody in the trades was hurting really bad. The economy was rough where I am. It's a small community. And if I lived in a big city, I figured, okay, then I could make more money as a plumber. So I moved to actually get a job as a plumber because that's the only thing I thought I knew how to do to make money. And that lasted for about 8 months. And in the meantime, I started selling things on eBay, you know, buying courses, and the same long story that everybody has, and they just struggle for years and years. I know personally from my own list, I've got a few hundred people who have contacted me over the last few years saying, you know, how did you do this? I've been online longer than you have, and I haven't figured it out yet. So James nodding his head, Kristie's nodding her head. I mean,
oh, yeah.
You know, we've all heard this story over and over again, right? And it's really frustrating when you know that you now have the skills, but you don't know how to put all those little pieces together. So one of the things that I did early on is, you know, you pick a niche, right? You have to pick a niche. So I'm thinking, well, I'm certainly not going to teach plumbing, right? Because Home Depot and DIY, you know, all these big home improvement websites have that all wrapped up. And I didn't have the cameras, the skills, you know, the facilities to do plumbing, you know, on video, because that's about the only way you can actually teach it. So I started searching around, and I realized that social media, and now we're talking late 2008, right? Social media and video were the hot topics, but social media to me seemed a little too complicated, and I couldn't quite wrap my head around how you would make money with social media. Of course, now we realize that's actually pretty easy to do, right? But back then, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. How do you, you know, people talk to their friends on Facebook. How do you make money from that, right? So I started realizing that, you know, video was also being used on social media sites. So I started learning video, and then I realized, wait a minute, now that if I learn video, I can teach video, but I can also teach anything else. So if I get into a different niche, it's okay. But I stayed with video because I just had a passion for it. I realized very quickly that, you know, the software and the technology with the digital cameras, was back then, a flip camera was the big thing. You know, now we've got cell phones that take better video than flip cam did. But you know, the video thing has been getting easier and easier. But once Hangouts came out, it was like, whoa, wait a minute. I don't have to go through all this. I don't need this expensive software. I don't need these cameras. I don't need... The quality of Hangouts is not very good, but because it's live streaming and it's a Google product, they rank it very highly. So now anybody can turn on, you got a laptop or a cell phone, like we said, a mobile phone or a tablet, pretty much any device comes with a good quality webcam. So all you have to do is turn that puppy on and just talk about whatever it is you're passionate about. And if you don't feel comfortable talking on camera, just do a screen share. You can do a PowerPoint slideshow, you can do images, you can do just text. There is just almost no limit to what you can do with Hangouts. And it's such a completely free tool that this year I've actually started to switch my business from, you know, teaching traditional video to just teaching and using Hangouts, because Hangouts rank better than anything. So you don't even have to try to rank your videos anymore. If you just do it, it'll naturally rank well or above any other type of video by itself. And we already know that video ranks higher than any other type of content. So now if you put Hangouts above video, there you go. You're going to be found. And if you do enough of them, you can literally promote anything and make money with it. So it's an exciting thing for me to tell my students and my friends and my subscribers that, hey, if you learn something as simple as Google Hangouts, which anybody can do, like I said, you don't even have to be on camera and you can do Hangouts. If you just do something as simple as Hangouts and just do that one thing until you get good at it, you will make money. It's a guarantee. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. You will make money. You will get found. You will position yourself as an expert in your niche.
Okay, Bertram, can I ask you real quick? I know a lot of my subscribers, they want to do a Hangout, but they're just, you know, especially they don't want to show their face. You know, it's a little intimidating if you've not done video. And so in your program, do you, and I know you do because I've gone through your program, it's very thorough, you do have a module just for that, right, to say this is how you do the screenshot of, say, a market health product to sell a diet product, right?
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, you know, one of the things that I just recently thought of that I want to add to my training is, you know, how to do good presentations, because that, I think, is the place to get started. Because I don't know about you, but, you know, not only did I not, which is kind of funny because I decided to pursue video, right? I didn't want to get my face on camera. I was dead set against that in the beginning. I thought, okay, I'm just going to teach it. And then I quickly realized that, hey, wait a minute, if you're teaching something but you're not actually doing it, people aren't so impressed. People don't really take you seriously, right?
Right.
So then, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll do PowerPoint video, I'll do animated video, I'll do, you know, text, the white screen with the black text, sales letters, video sales letters, right? They're horrible, you know, but if you do them right, you can convert them. You know, they will convert visitors into subscribers and subscribers into buyers if you use them properly. So there are formulas that I have developed over the last 5 years for all of these types of presentations. And I've gotten, I have to admit, pretty good with PowerPoint because that's where I started. So I'm going to put some training in my Hangout training on PowerPoint, because once I found that in the beginning, I didn't even like the sound of my own voice. I would actually spend more time editing than I would, you know, recording my audio. And that was before I ever showed my face on camera. Because I just felt like, you know, when you hear your own voice play back, it doesn't sound like what other people hear. So to me, it sounded like some kind of an alien mix-up, you know. I didn't like it. Totally distracting. I was. but you know, the funny thing is, though, is that once I started putting these videos out there on YouTube and getting some feedback, I had more guys telling me they liked my voice than I had women. So I was like, wait a minute, there's something to this, right? so then I got comfortable with my voice and decided, okay, I'm going to take that big leap and put my face on camera. And I did that, and nobody died, or at least not that I was aware of. So,
That's a good point.
that was a good little bit of relief, and that was a good step for me to take, because after I recorded my first talking head video, I realized that, you know, if it's really that bad, nobody has to see it.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Cut it
what
off
people
and start
forget.
over. Yeah.
Exactly. Just do it over.
Right.
You know, or in the case of Hangouts, just make it private, right? Or unlist it if you don't like it. And if you decide after you edit it that you don't like it, and you can delete it and do it over. That's a great thing about video. There's always a do-over.
That's right.
Exactly. And what's nice about Google Hangouts, it's so newbie friendly to use. I mean, I'm not sure. Basically, you can just click screen share, or how do you actually do your videos? Do you do it with screen share, or when your PowerPoint presentations, Bertram?
Yeah, I do both. But matter of fact, I can do a screen share right now if you'd like. And
sure.
Yeah, let's see
I want to do a screen share with you is because I want to show your viewers, if it's okay with you, I'll show them inside the members area.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've gotten so much feedback, not only from yourselves, but from my own students. I've had so much feedback.
Yeah, your site is so professional, and it's so well organized. You know, when I went through it on Saturday, I told you it's so user-friendly. It was so easy. You know, it says click next video, and I just zip right through it.
Well, if you never made a Google Hangout before, anybody that's watching this, and you don't even know how to even start one, this is the course for you.
Yeah. No.
And even if you're somebody like me that knows a lot, you're gonna still learn a lot, because Bertram is really a master at doing this, because he's actually just spent the time and really just focused on being a mastering this. Okay, now do you see his
Can you see my screen?
Do you see everything, Kristie?
You know what? It's a small square, so I think either you or I have to click on that.
All right, click on Bertram's screen, everybody. I'm clicking on it right now.
All right. Oh, there we go. I see it. Yeah. Do you see it?
You can see it full screen now?
Yes, I can see it.
Oh, okay, great.
Beautiful. Colorful. I love it.
Thank you. So yeah, you know, I mean, because I spent so much time and money learning how to actually make money online, I decided early on that I didn't want people to have to go to multiple places like I did to pick up little bits and pieces. You know, I probably purchased, you know, depending on the topic, say, for instance, how to edit a video. I went back and forth between purchasing products and searching YouTube and, you know, just scouring the internet trying to find. Now people are creating a little bit more complete products. But from early on, like my very first product consisted of over 300 videos.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't want people to have to do what I had to do and search all over the place, you know, and spend so much time. And of course, if you're trying to learn it all yourself, it takes even longer. But so what I've done here is I've tried to not only make it user friendly and easy to navigate, but also make it a complete training. So right here is the members home page, and you can see that everything is laid out right on the front page here. And then you've also got the tabs. So this is the members area. Welcome to the members area. And then in Module 1, I've got the foundation. So I start with the very basics as if they know absolutely nothing. And then I walk them through the overview, why you should be excited about Hangouts, what you'll need before you start doing Hangouts, how to set up a Hangout. Like James said, it really is, you know, Hangouts are very, very user-friendly. The only reason I created this product was because I had a lot of my students asking me, hey, you know, I can't find this button, or, you know, this isn't working for me, right? And I was doing Hangouts for another one of my products. In fact, you'll probably find this amusing. I kind of slap myself for it now. But when Hangouts first came out and they were in beta, I was doing Hangouts for live classroom training for another one of my training products.
Wow.
And most of my students couldn't get on the call. That's what led me to create this product, but it actually took me about 8 months. to get it done and ready. So then in Module 2, you know, Module 1 is the foundation and all the very basics, and then in Module 2 you get into inviting people, internal chat, screen share, which has been, you know, I've gotten a tremendous amount of feedback from that, and then audience questions, how to answer questions, how to, you know, allow questions. The cameraman, which, James, you do a ton of Hangouts. I don't know if there's anything in here that you could learn, but
You know what? I have learned a lot when I went through the course, especially about the toolbox, the living effects. You know, the part where that you can actually put crazy little hats on yourself.
Yeah.
I love messing with that, and then branding yourself right on the bottom. There's a lot of things that I really learned. I mean, this course is really jam-packed. One thing I was going to ask is, the one lady that's a big admirer of yours and that bought it.
Only one?
Well, many actually, but she was the one that stuck out in my mind the most. I think, and she just, it might be a little off topic. If you're not sure, really, she mentioned that she purchased Todd Gross's green screen thing. And do you know how actually she was able? She said you had a great way to actually be able to take his image and use it. Really, are you catching what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Actually, I won't go into the whole story, but Todd Gross was the weatherman where I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
When I actually saw him online, I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is really
the weatherman.
a local celebrity, and he does Hangouts too. So, you know, Todd Gross and I have gotten to be kind of, you know, friends. So I haven't met him in person yet, but I will. But yeah, for his green screen product, he uses a Mac, and he didn't have any training. And actually, he said he didn't think it was possible to do green screen with Camtasia for Windows. So I created a video for him, for his product, on how to do green screen with Camtasia 8 for Windows.
Cool.
But that's not the same as, you know, like replacing the background in a Hangout. You can, but I've been meaning to do a little bit more experimenting with that and see if I can put my own custom images in the background in Hangouts, because you know me, I can't just, you know, leave things alone. I have to tinker around until I find what's possible and what's not, and what's the easiest way to do what's possible, and then I'll teach it. So if I can find a way to do that, it will be in this course, but I haven't found it yet.
Okay, so that's just so I asked the question. I'm not going to mention her name because, like I said before, she's a major fan, and she's like, you know, and I said I will ask the question. So when he does figure it out, he will put it inside this course, everybody.
Absolutely. And just so you know, I've got myself on, and I am behind because of personal things that have come up the beginning of this year, but I've got myself on a little challenge this year to do 365 Hangouts.
Woo!
This year. Yeah, I'm about 18 behind where I should be right now, but so it averages out to one Hangout a day. But there are days that I do 2 or 3, and then there are 2 or 3 days that I don't do any. So I'm not getting ahead. I'm getting a little behind, just so you know. I'm being honest here. I'm putting myself out there. But I think I can pull it off because last year I did over 250 regular videos. And I spend, like I said, a lot of time editing videos. So if I can do 250 videos, traditional videos that take a lot longer to do, a lot of them are presentation style. So Hangouts are a piece of cake. You know, I probably will hit. I'm guessing I'm going to hit over 400 this year. But
so you're actually doing what you're teaching, which is, you know, a great point. That you're not. This is not theory. This is what you're actually doing, right, Bertram?
Absolutely, and like I said, I'm kind of, you know, not replacing my video skills or my video content, but I'm kind of redirecting it so that I'm doing the majority of my video content on Hangouts now.
And I know you need to go and we need to wrap this up, but I've just got a really quick question. A lot of my students ask, you know, for example, if you make a Hangout, how quickly does it rank? And if it doesn't rank immediately, how do you backlink to get it to rank?
Well, I have some training in here, and there will be more added. This is going to be an evergreen, ever-growing, ever-changing product because, let's face it, you know, Google, Facebook, YouTube, all these sites are always changing and trying to improve. So that means my my training will always have to be updated and change and grow with it.
Right.
But there are some very easy ways that take very little time to get those Hangouts a little bit of a boost. But they do rank naturally and very well by themselves. I've had some, especially for local, like I have some local businesses I work with and I do video for them. And you get them on a Hangout, and a video that you couldn't get to rank in 30 days now is ranking in 24 hours.
Ooh.
That's the difference between regular video, right, and Hangouts. Yeah, it's an amazingly powerful tool.
Very powerful stuff.
Mm-hmm. The reason that it does, folks, and basically, and Bertram knows this for a fact why, Google loves their own properties. They love Blogger. If you're doing a blog, do it on Blogger. It will actually get ranked real quick. If you're doing something, maybe a YouTube video, but if you combine Google Hangouts with YouTube,
right.
Now look at the power. You're getting Google and YouTube's blessing, right, Bertram?
Absolutely. And, you know, if you think about it, it only makes sense because, you know, as internet marketers, we do promote other people's products, especially if it's something that we purchase, we believe in, we know that person, we promote their products. But what do we promote more than our own stuff, right? If we don't promote ourselves, then nobody knows who we are. Therefore, we don't have the authority to promote or the list to promote anybody else's stuff, right? Google's the same way. Of course, they're going to promote their own properties, you know, first and you know, faster and better than they're going to promote anything else.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Can you name some of the modules for us so that anybody that gets this, they'll know exactly what they're getting, Bertram?
Absolutely. I just wanted to show you one of the training pages here, and this is video one, the overview for Hangouts, and so you get an idea of how easily it's laid out. This is module 1, and you can see I've got breadcrumbs here so they can go back to the previous page or to the members area, and then it tells them the difficulty of that particular lesson. How long the video is for, and then if there are any guides or PDFs or checklists related to that video, it's right here. They just click that and download it. They can click this and go to the next video. They can click this and download the video itself. And when you click the video, you'll see I've got it set up in a light box, so there's less distractions. You concentrate on watching that video. You can go full screen as well. So what I've got here is module 1 is the foundation, and like I said, that covers the overview and what you need to know and do and have before you attempt to do a Hangout. And then module 2 is the cockpit, and you've got everything from inviting people, you know, internal chat, screen share. This is all your tools that you have and how to use them. And I like to do not just what it is, but why you might want to use it, and then how you would use it. And then we've got, you know, audience questions, cameraman, using the toolbox, using effects, apps, Hangout controls, and then module 3, taking flight. Hangouts for affiliates, Hangouts for content, Hangouts for offline marketers. So these, again, are what the Hangouts are for, and if you are, say, an offline marketer or an offline business owner or an online business owner or an affiliate, these are all the speakers, service providers, product creators. These are all the different ways that different people in different niches can use Hangouts to their benefit. And that's just the basic level. And then in the advanced level, we've got an advanced overview. Of course, I start all my products out with an overview so that people know what that module is about or what that product is about and what they'll learn in that product. And then you've got advanced methods for finding guests, inviting JVs, targeting product creators, industry panels, Hangouts on your websites. A lot of people want to know how to put Hangouts on their own websites, and you can do it. A lot of people don't realize you don't need to buy all those expensive plugins to do this, right? Google gives you the ability to put a Hangout almost anywhere you want.
Yeah.
And then you've got using Hangouts as webinars and embedding Hangouts to social media. And then in Advanced Module 3, the promotion, live events, external linking, creating podcasts, organizing content, mobile Hangouts, and then creating a new video with a Hangout. And then this is something I just recently added And in fact, just the last couple of days I added this. It's Google Plus marketing made easy, because a lot of my students were saying, hey, Hangouts are great, but what about all the other Google Plus properties that people are using for business? I don't know how to do that, because a lot of people, or my students and people that I've met and talked to, only had Google Plus for Hangouts. So once they realize now they have communities, they've got circles, they've got business pages, they don't know how to use all these things. So I did add some Google Plus marketing made easy training, which is an upsell. It's not necessary. Some people know how to use Google Plus, and that's okay. But again, it's a very detailed product with 9 videos, PDFs, checklists, resource guides. I try not to leave anything out.
You
awesome.
did. Yeah.
That's awesome. So with all this stuff, you would think, hey, you know what, Bertram's probably charging $97. Even that would be a deal. And then maybe he's charging $67. Even that would be a good deal. You would be thinking maybe he's charging $47 for all this content. I mean, he's giving me a crazy amount of content. That would be a great deal. Bertram, how much is this whole package?
Shh. I don't want to say it too loud. No, actually, I launched it to the public back in January, and I got busy adding to it and improving it, and never actually did a full launch. So I left it at $47. But for you guys, only for you guys.
Yay!
Seriously, only for you. I haven't done it for anybody else, and I honestly don't think I would. But I put it at $7.
$7.
Yeah.
It's a sweetheart deal, guys. I mean,
Unreal. What a steal.
This is worth a lot more money. I mean, I would have picked it up for $97 personally.
Yeah.
And, because right now, I just got messages like inside the mastermind group. It's almost 9,700 people now, and I'm just telling. Actually, we broke that. But I've got questions of how to use Google Hangouts with offline business. And of course, everybody knows I hate to type. That's why there's so much misspellings. I'd rather talk than type. And that's one of the reasons that I wanted to get Bertram on here for you guys, because you're asking about offline business. Well, here it is. This is how you do it. He has everything in here. He has jam-packed with how to do this. You're going to learn out how to set it up. You're going to learn how to do Google webinars. You're going to learn how to do podcasts. It's just everything. It's an encyclopedia of videos. Right, Kristie?
Oh yeah, I was really amazed. I mean, $7 really is a steal, and since Bertram's only offering it for a short time, I'd say hop on it.
Exactly. Like I said before, any last words, Bertram? And then I'm going to give people a chance to actually just get this before, because it's going to be a short amount of time. It's going to be available. Yeah,
I just wanted to say that the $7 is for the 3 basic modules. So you'll be in this members area. You get these 3 basic modules, which I think is 20, 33, 37 videos, something like that, for the basic modules. And then you get the bonuses and FAQ videos, and my full support comes with any product I create. It doesn't matter if it's free or if it's $497 like one of my bigger memberships is. It doesn't matter. And the only other thing is, I want people to understand that, like you said, it is a limited time. I'm doing this special just for you guys, because I didn't want you to beg, and I didn't want you to break my arm, so I figured I'll do the right thing and just go ahead. I'll go overboard for you. But no, the thing is, for the basic modules and the advanced modules, it's still less than, the whole thing with the upsell. You can get all the products in there for less than what I was selling the front-end product, the basic product, to the public. Yeah. And it won't ever be, like I said, it won't ever be at this price again. And I have considered just going straight $97 for the basic and advanced courses together. But until I feel like I've got it at 110%, because like I said, I want to add PowerPoint training. We're going to do live Q&A hangouts and FAQ videos in there, or hangout videos. And maybe I'll have some great guests like James and Kristie.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm not sure how long it'll be, but it'll at least I can at least keep it up for this week.
Exactly, and you know what? You snooze, you lose. I mean, that's it. But all I gotta say is that it's very important that you guys get it. I'm just telling you because Kristie and I said before, there's products that we get 2 thumbs up. This is 2 thumbs up. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely.
It's a sweetheart deal. I mean, I love the product myself. I went through it. I've learned a lot. And I thought I knew everything, but obviously I didn't until I went through Bertram's course. It is jam-packed, and actually it's all set up from actually when you first start off as a newbie, just getting ready with Google Hangouts, and then to the intermediate, to the advanced. I'm just telling you, he doesn't leave anything out. It's an encyclopedia of Google Hangouts, and it's very easy to. He just goes step by step, and that's wonderful. And how much is that again? It's $7. I mean, $7. I mean, that's the price of a sandwich. Okay, that's the price of a sandwich at Subway. So if you guys can't spend $7 to master Google Hangouts, which is going to be here forever, I'm going to tell you what's nice about this. Now, how do you guys can use it? All right, you guys can use it with your offline business. Okay, you can actually use it where that you're doing interviews with an offline person, such as maybe a dentist or a roofer or whatever. And you know what? Then he can put it on his website. He's going to love it. How else can you use it? You can actually do it to do product reviews. That's great because you know what? It's going to actually help you get a lot higher conversions. I mean, Kristie, I know that you use Google Hangouts for a lot. I mean, it just...
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's an attorney close to where I live, and I've been talking to him about a Google Hangout because, it's like a TV commercial online, and it's a powerful piece of free software for you, but what we're doing here is we're paying Bertram for hours and hours of his study, and for $7, I mean, if you even think you might want to do a hangout, you need to pick this up now, really.
And then also, you guys, pick up the Google Plus too from him because Google Plus is not going away.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I'm telling you. Is there an OTO, Bertram? I'm telling you, that's wonderful because I know it's really great.
I'm just trying to stop the screen share here, and I think I keep hitting start screen share.
That's all right.
We're there? We're back. Okay, great. Because you guys are talking, and they're just looking at the members area, and, that's kind of distracting, I would think. But, yeah, like I said, the basic modules, Module 1, the basic training, Module 1, 2, and 3, there's, I believe, 37 videos there. And that's $7. Now, the advanced modules, I'm not sure exactly how many videos in there. There's another 20, 28, 30 some odd videos in the advanced module. And that, again, the basic and the OTO or upsell, or I call it an upgrade. I don't like one-time offers. I don't like all the marketing terms. I'm not a salesman. I'm not a marketer. I'm a plumber. I just, learned a new way to teach people new things. So, but yeah, that's $17. So the two.
That's like nothing.
I know.
Yeah,
that's like, and you know what? All I got to tell you is that it's real important for you guys to really understand that. You guys got to master Google Hangouts. Get the front end and get the back end because once you got it, you own it. I mean, after this, it's going to be a $97 product. At least you're in and you're in. He's going to keep on adding more content. Am I right, Bertram?
Yes, absolutely. Adding and updating are two things that I do with almost all my products. This is one that, like I said, it's the way I'm shifting my business. So this is not just a product that I created and I'm going to leave people alone to learn on their own. This is something that I'm using, and as I discover new techniques or changes, then I'm going to add those to this members area.
That's awesome. Kristie, I know you always have something inspirational for all of us, and we're all dying, because the whole thing about this is that we wait from the point of when you first start, and we're waiting. What is her inspirational quote at the end?
Okay, Harriet Tubman said, "Every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world."
Wow.
Yeah. Very powerful stuff.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Kristie. Thanks, Bertram.
Thanks, Bertram and James.
Grab it all. I'm going to tell you before it gets to $97. All right, guys. I'm gonna tell you, 2 thumbs up, right, Kristie? What do you give it?
If I had, I would say 10. It gets 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, watching the Olympics last night.
I'd say 20, my fingers and my toes. So anyway, we're gonna end it and everything. And thanks a lot, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye now.